Hello, my name is Claire Brown. I'm part of the Pelvic Health and Obstetric Physiotherapy team here at Addenbrooke's. This is your pelvic girdle pain class. So what is pelvic girdle pain? You may hear it being referred to as PGP. So essentially this is an umbrella term to say that you have pain likely in the pelvis, maybe at the top of the back of your pelvis, maybe it might feel like it's in your hip bones or in your pubic bones. Unfortunately, it's quite common, so 1 in 5 pregnant ladies will experience pelvic girdle pain, but it's not normal. There are things that you can do to help. So hopefully by watching this video and following some exercises and advice, you can help and manage the condition quite successfully. So we think pelvic girdle pain occurs mostly because of the bodily changes that are happening in pregnancy. So this is your pelvis. So what happens when you start to develop a bump at the front, you will start to tilt your pelvis forward just to compensate and cope with a change in gravity by carrying your baby. In turn, by doing this, you then start to get an increase in your lumbar lordosis, which is the increased arch in the lower part of your back. So your increased lumbar lordosis, you get a tightening of your back muscles, a lengthening of your tummy muscles, and therefore you get a shift in the forces coming down through your pelvis. We also know that a small number of ladies will also experience pelvic girdle pain due to hormones, and also if you have a history of pelvic or back problems, then you also might be at more risk of developing pelvic girdle pain. So as I said, there's many things that you can do. If you know that there are certain activities that make your pain worse, then it's best to avoid these. So for example, if you know that pushing a shopping trolley gives you horrendous pain, or the rest of the day is very painful for you, think of other ways to do your shopping. If you know that sleeping is one of your problematic times, think about the positions that you're sleeping in. So you may find that lying on your side with a pillow between your legs can ease the pain. Often I've suggested a mattress topper underneath your sheet, or even a spare duvet, just to give you a little bit more cushioning underneath that hip bone that you're lying on. Or you can even try a couple of pillows in front of your body and your bump, and just resting the top knee on top of those 2 pillows. Other things that you can do to help, if you are a family and you have small children already, you may find that picking up your children or playing with them on the floor can greatly exacerbate or make your pain worse. Think about different positions that you can do this in. Can you sit on the floor leaning against the sofa? Can you get your little ones to climb up to you for cuddles rather than lots of heavy lifting? Lots of our patients also complain that doing household chores and activities exacerbate their pain. So again, if you know that, for example, hoovering makes your pain worse, then see if you can get someone else to do this, or just avoid the activity. Walking is also another problem area that patients have. We'd like you to be active, so it's really important to stay active, get outside for your walk, good physically and mentally. But if you know that walking for 20 minutes makes the rest of your day really sore, you may want to think about shortening the walk, or perhaps going out on 2 different occasions rather than one big chunk of walking time. Thinking about your day and pacing can be really useful as well. For example, if you know that lots of gardening makes you sore, you may just want to do little bits, or just do 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the afternoon. And the same with walking up and down the stairs. If you know that stairs are quite painful, then you may just want to go up and down the stairs once in the morning and bring everything down, rather than going up and down 10 or 20 times. If you're sitting down of an evening and you find that your pain is quite sore, then think about changing positions regularly. Think about your posture on the sofa, having a cushion on the small of your back. Once you find the sofa a bit uncomfortable after 10 minutes, for example, get up, change positions. If you have a gym ball to sit on, you may find that again gives you a little bit more relief, and you can do some of the exercises in our second video that we suggest. One last thing that patients very commonly say that it gives them pain is standing on one leg. Activities, for example, if you get dressed, you may want to sit down and put your socks and underwear on and your trousers, rather than balancing on one leg to get everything ready in the morning. And again, stairs, if you do one step at a time, again you may find that this makes your movement and stairs activity a lot easier. If you often think symmetrical pelvis, doing things together with your legs, again that can be really helpful for some patients too. Lots of our patients are worried about the impending birth. It's hopefully reassuring to know that just because you've got pelvic girdle pain doesn't mean that it's going to change the type of delivery that you have. We know that women that have pelvic girdle pain go on to have normal vaginal deliveries. But talk to your midwife about this. You may want to practice some birthing positions just so that you feel confident that you can open your legs in a comfortable position. There are other things that you can purchase and buy and try to help with your pelvic girdle pain. There are lots of belts out there on the market. This is a maternity belt that sits just below your bump, and the idea is that it gives you a little bit of support and just eases the weight off of your pelvis. It doesn't help everyone, but it may be something you want to try. If you are struggling with your walking and you're struggling to get from room to room or even to get outside, we do give crutches out to women that are struggling to walk. So if you think this might be you, then do get in contact with the department. As I mentioned earlier, we have an exercise video, which is the second video. We do strongly recommend that you have a look at these, give them a try. And there are other useful resources on our webpage, the POGP pelvic girdle pain leaflet, so do have a look at that, and also our pelvic girdle pain Addenbrooke's leaflet as well. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you.